will be assisted in lines 1 there by Badiama Alasan Halilu, and assistant referee 2 is Akiso Baka George Segate, and the fourth official is Lord Nate. So these are the match officials for today's game, but you obviously be looking ahead to what specifically would 11 Wonders come into this game in terms of how they have worked out in the Premier League. They still sit bottom of the Premier League log. Not really a very good place for them this time.
Well, they would want to pick up the pieces, and clearly if you look at the team and the difficulties that they've witnessed, they would want to get the right result, hit the momentum, and be able to pick up as many points to survive.
6 changes had to have to chop and change there. Ransford Mensah out there for Baba Damu at the left full back position. Gordon Kujo is also out for Kevin Osei. Well, Kevin Osei comes in to replace Gordon Kujo. Remember, he played in the last game here against Dreams FC. And Yao Mankwa Beef is also out for Emmanuel Amankwa, and Hamza Isa also out for Frank Abora Duku, and George Paku also out for Mauli Wayon this time, and David Okwafani also not sitting on the bench there for the team Raphael Amponsa. Basically having a lot of changes there in the setup there for Masoud Didramani. 6 changes there for him.
Well, you cannot definitely have any problems with regards to Osei returning to the team, but I'm sure it's because of disciplinary issues why Ransford Mensah and then that is Amankwa Befi are out of this particular game, because they are not even. It's just Ransford Mensah being on the bench, and Baba Damu, very good left back with regards to his time with Golden Cake Football Club. He joined Accra to Folk, and he hasn't really seen a lot more game time. Hopefully this comes good for him. It's a like-for-like change with Frank Abouaduku coming in for Hamza Isa, and then Abdul Karim together with Hussein Mohammed will be relying on the shield provided by Raphael Amponsa for the defense in order for them to run the attack for Heart of Folk. Mauluwaya, as usual, very expansive player, always wants to go in behind the defense. Will give Hakim Mela, who is playing as a makeshift left back, lots of problems.
And marching off for the game here for Heart of Folk. Bearers of legacy sculpted by triumph, and they are driven by expectation. Heart of Folk is a club name, echoes through generations, where every pass carries memory and every goal carries that bit of belief there. And so you have Bora Duku and Benjamin Asari always keeping a clean sheet there for the Phobians after his injury return to the Phobian setup. And so now they almost ready now for us to start this match day 20 game here at the Legon Stadium. Heart of Folk and 11 Wonders, and this is where the narrative starts from. 11 Wonders defending from left to right. The Heart of Folk will begin their action, quickly moving down into the half of 11 Wonders. And it's obviously going to be a very tall game there for the Phobians to see how they maintain that momentum. It has really been difficult for them to get the goals there, but Masoud Didramani is promising the Phobian faithfuls that this time changes will be happening.
Well, they have a very good defense, and they're also buoyed by the captain, who is a very good shot stopper. Very few goals last week against Dreams FC. He stood between Heart of Folk losing that match and earning a point in their home game. Hopefully today he lives up to the
and Frontier 11 Wonders. One o'clock for the Heart of Folk. I won't feel.
One of the finest squads in the Premier League here, 11 Wonders. Well, Didramani talked about the 11 Wonders team, that they play more fluent football, they keep the ball more, and so they have to try and as much as possible to exploit the weaknesses there with the Phobians getting the field opportunity on the right hand side there. And so looking for Duku to tapping for the first goal there, but opportunity just going there. And so it's Henry Boateng with a chance there to Heart of Folk, the same first opportunity at goal there.
Well, that was quite a very decent pass, crossfield delivery. Okubuati was looking at finding his man inside the penalty area.
Phobian and Abdul Karim on the ball there, back to Henry Boateng, trying to get to the near post, and just goes wide there for side netting. But again, Heart of Folk just getting some bit of openings there, just closer to the 18-yard area of 11 Wonders, beginning to show their prowess and beginning to ask the questions at the moment.
Quite a positive start there. Okubuati was expected to at least lay off that pass that you can see from Ali Mohammed. Wasn't happy with the final decision.
Trying to get the balls back into very good areas, the Heart of Folk, and plenty of the balls will be given down to Kweku Boateng Henry. Getting the ball out of play, opportunity now for 11 Wonders to start their own style of play, their fluid football, talked about there by Didi Dramani. And the interesting bit about the team is that the 11-1 set up have to bring in some changes as well with the introduction of Alberto Fori from Ankoti. He comes as a free agent from Antaya Sport. Desmond Teta talked about him as a loanee from Dreams FC, and Hamza Musa from Tema United. Again, you have the Dreams FC set up. Also looking to get the things going, but 11 Wonders really have opportunity now to move forward. Matthew Amponsa with that bit of a tricks there on his side.
He's witty, he's fast, he's very creative, he has lots of space and pace in front of him. There's a lot that Babadamu has to deal with.
Again, Hearts of Oak, playing the lines and not under any bit of a pressure to her in terms of how the 11 Wonders team sets up. Surprising that 11 Wonders are languishing 18th on the Premier League table with just 9 points after 19 games with a negative goal difference of 15, the highest in the Premier League.
I think that it's been quite a difficult time for them. The defensive frailties every single now and then, making changes. So their colours down on the bench, and Hakim is being played as a makeshift. Quite a number of inconsistencies, but you cannot blame the coach. The league's players were very much committed and at top levels to be able to grind the results he needs.
Had a lot of changes there in terms of the coaching setup. Odate Lamte and Jay Sapong, and now you have Emmanuel Edu coming in. But nothing really has changed with the setup of 11 Wonders. They still keep the ball, they're still playing, as Didramani said, flowing football. And the only problem they have, they've not been able to convert the opportunities that they've had in the Premier League, and now giving the ball away to Hansi with Karim here for the Phobians to begin their construction of a football, the attacking play for the Phobians once again, and now they have to keep it neat and simple.
Well, everyone is a very meticulous side. They take all their time in the world to build play from defense to midfield, then run into the attack every time they have the ball. But their press is always very much positive. Just like you said, the only problem has been decision making in the final third. It is also a problem with Hatterfolk. I'm sure the captain Mano Boateng knows that he would have to put on his A game to be able to get the ball behind Ali Mohammed, and then Kovino Sesibe.
Again, it's going to be a very exciting moment there for the two sides to get to see how the Premier League will be for them. 11 Wonders have had to play a part of the Premier League. And one of the moments there for these two setup is how they have worked the last couple of days. And the coaches are beginning to saying and change the mindset of the players. Hatterfolk would have to get Babadamu in there. But the most interesting bit of the performance there for the Phobians is the inclusion of Babadamu as a left full back, and Hatterfolk do have a concern. When the player down and needs to be attended to.
It was quite a heavy barging to him there. So malicious tackle coming in from Desmond the Champon Hussein. It was quite nasty.
Not the best of play there. The Phobians get an opportunity to move forward, and so this is the ball whipped in into the middle, and it's going to be Wonders moving in here. And Aiden Kofi Samoa playing a part now. They have kept the ball very neat and simple with the captain on the side. Emmanuel Boateng having to move deep into the defensive areas to pick the balls there and out to swing it down the left hand side, and ball just going out of play. And there's the problem with the 11 Wonders. They are very neat at keeping the balls there, but haven't really been able to take advantage of the possession that they've had so far.
You can understand why Edu is very much angry at his men. Don't look a bit casual, and as much as you're meticulous, they expect you to make the prudent decision every now and then in games. I can understand why he's fuming. I think talking about Emmanuel Boateng, he's a player who always wants to be on the offensive, but with Frank Carrera moving to All Blacks, he has to get and pick up that responsibility of playing deeper in midfield to create for the team.
Talk about the Phobian side, ball set in. Ali Mohammed also always looking for the likes of Duku up front. Haven't been able to pick up the pieces together, and 11 Wonders here on the ascendancy and trying to get the attack moving there against Hatterfolk. It was a difficult moment there as you keep possession. That 11 Wonders have only won 5 games in their last 5 matches there in the Premier League. Only 1 game, and now to have an opportunity with the first goal here. Mauliwayo certainly gets it for the Phobians. He certainly will score there. Scored for Hartlepool against Hull United, and now he's made it 1-0 at the Lagos Stadium against 11 Wonders. Mauliwayo, 2 goals in 2 games he started for the Phobians. This is a great start for Hartlepool.
Brilliant piece of football from the Phobians. Clever pass, a very brilliant touch. Took his time on the ball, waited, and make that shot cut back onto his favorite left foot. Shot it beyond the reach of goalkeeper Hadi Obefuete. Look at that pass. Henry Kokubuate. Mauliwayo taking all his time in the world to blast that one home. Lots of composure, calm, and brilliant finish from the man who always likes to steal in behind the defense, and once again had no waste the opportunity.
Well, the time Hartlepool got the only goal against Hull United, it was this man Mauliwayo who stole his way in the defensive area of Hull United and got the first goal, and now he's done the same thing against 11 Wonders. Defensive frailties of 11 Wonders again. Didi Dramani talking about exploiting the weakness of 11 Wonders to get the goals there, and he's done that exactly. And Mauliwayo gifting and crediting the effort of Didi Dramani with a goal here.
They're always a press trigger team, lots of enforced errors, and Hartlepool will capitalize on it every single time you give the ball away.
And now Mauliwayo, the goal scorer once again, just less than 10 minutes now, and Hartlepool lead by a goal to 0. 11 Wonders 0, Hartlepool 1. Mauliwayo scored the goal in the 8th minute, and that's at the woes of 11 Wonders, who before this game had conceded and have a negative goal defense. Now Hartlepool with a second goal. Wow, just missing the opportunity. It was certainly an open net there for Kweku Boateng-Henry to get the second for Hartlepool. Everything was perfectly done by Adamu, just tapping in for the second for Hartlepool, and he just blasted that wide.
A lot of happenings there in that sequence of play. Adamu, the left back, marauding and making that cross. Hadi Obefuete missed it. Kenneth Osubuache missed it. You expected Kweku Boateng to be tapping that one home from close range. Quite an unpardonable miss.
Beginning to have some quality play there. So now they have a negative of 16 goals conceded there. 11 Wonders. It's the match day 20 already. They are caving in to the incessant pressures of Hartlepool in the Premier League.
It's quite surprising. They look a bit jittery. They've been giving lots of balls away. It was quite surprising to see that from 11 Wonders, especially when they haven't been forced. I think it's clever from Hartlepool. They are picking the pockets of spaces in between the defense and the midfield. They're picking up on all the loose balls.
They're trying to have their way in the game there, the Phobians, and how to get almost everything working perfectly for them. They've got the goal there, and so they should be happy. And the game Hartlepool, after 5 games, have 32 points after 19 games, and this is the 20th game they're playing with only a point separating them and second place team Hartlepool. Shocking is a team with the least number of goals scored so far in the season. They've now scored 13 goals, led by 11 Wonders, Brooklyn, Chelsea, and of course Samatex all on 14 goals, and now Hartlepool do have 13 after scoring this one. But previously they had scored 2 goals, so 12 goals I should say. And in the last 5 games they had scored 2 goals. Hamza Issa and Mauliwayo, now he scored yet another goal here. And scored against Samatex and Hull United. It was a very exciting moment there for Mauliwayo there, trying to make sure that at least he keeps his momentum going.
I think he's a player you can trust to bank in the goals. For you, more trusted than the central attacking man at Duku, Namza Issa, why he always gives you that option, the best probability of getting the ball behind the net, and he's done that brilliantly. I see also Boache calling for a lot more urgency into their play. So Desmond Champon, he wants to see a lot more energy from his team. It's quite surprising. Why you bet? hasn't really seen a lot more of play. And if you look at the previous game that 11 Wonders have played, it always comes in positive when they have Eden Kofi Asamoah a lot more on the ball. Looks like he's too far.
Henry, Kwaku Boateng. What on the crab on the Hearts of Folk, Peja, Edia Chemo. Nenswa born into me and Corabia. Papa Demu. Imanola Mankwa. Henry, Kwaku Boateng. Nenswa Yibo Edia Ferdinando. A throw in a year to Edia. Heart of Folk Sunset. Anyone a foot up for Bobono. Ekopim Henry Kwaku Boateng. Frank Abura Duku referee say a foul. Jem Fanto na ye Montia 11 Wonders.
Heart of Folk started game with an intention say in the first half I was so mutime boa na omutime killing game no 10-10 because they know say 11 Wonders any already no mobile game no more. E be quite difficult at the amount if they need to get goals. And at the event of Ghana Sports Stadium, I am very difficult at Heart of Folk to even win by 2 or more goals. And so, and then they are doing everything possible. Say in the opening minutes, no, on the Timakili game, no, almost 15 minutes has already lead by a goal to 0.
Sima Edu and Intamwani, or Fedika and Heart of Folk, Ashaba, 11 Wonders sentiment here. A free kick body at 11 Wonders. Imanola Mankwa Peja Bonadi Achemu, what permanent goalkeeper. Hadi Obin for AJ, Yasomo Adiama Wonders. Ali Mohammed, one on a Pimbono. Nanso Tinian Comedia. Referee say foul, Yanfato, na Yemontia Heart of Folk, Sanse. Hakim Miller. Opiaso de Bonacoma. Edmona Furapo. Kenato Usubuachi. What are quite a comma Edmona Furapo? A Furapo de Mahaki Mela. Mela Piasso de Afanifa, Imalam Ponsa. Matu and Ponsa, what a former referee say foul. Young Fantona, Montia Heart of Folk. Dear, here I can't say the mono. Sema a Juno Fedica Heart of Folk Catiniae Mauliwayo Wano and a Twata Dika, I can say the Mariama Heart of Folk Matu and Posada Swata go Pabano so what's an sir. Yes, I don't bet me at all now for yet me at work. I said so. Center referee George Mauli Fermao. George Mauli Fermao. Make us a Simabe Dunsi and Tamofe Tikani Modibono Asani. Bona Kodi Heart of Folk. Abdul Karim. Piasso Edia Fanifa, or say Henry Kwaku Boateng Betimiafa. Kwaku Financial Jibona Finisem. Piasso de Aquatia Kwakuma Kenato Usubuachi. Nenso 11 Wonders, so Masaji. A woman Casa, my friend. Wapeja Bona Kwaku di Matthew and Ponsa. What are Mahaki Mela? Nelson Heart of Folk and Mantan Saka, Bonakako di Ali Mohammed, Ali Diamaka Veno Sessibi, Siberia Ali Mohammed, Abdul Karim, Wapia Suda Koma Ali, Ali Jemamani goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari, Asari Diafa, Akoma, Abdul Karim, Karim Diamali Mohammed, Wadano Kamakama, Abdul Karim. Wajibono Fifi, Ediama Heart of Folk, Papeja Edia Chemu, Nenso Hakim Mela, Waji Amanatra say throwing a year to Ediatia, Heart of Folk betting a great tossing the Renenso. Emmanuel Boatin was signing at the man 11 wonders. What do you have a mighty 1 point, sir? And Ponsa Nelson there be no one near Hammer Bona trash here. And you throw in a year to ready at here. 11 wonders. Sima, a do and contam 1 year. 11 wonders, say she be Heart of Folk Ashabako. And you throw in Baba Jamu. Wato area chema dia ma Franka Bora Duku then so ya mani kwan amabono atrashe a goal kicker 11 wonders so boy there to Heart of Folk goalkeeper had you been for AJ appear so they wanna come at Kenneth also watch it appear so they wanna come over 40 pass over man to me uncle. You see Muhammad about short and so on trash here. A goal kicker. 11 wonders. One boy there to Heart of Folk. They here what can say the Heart of Folk. I say somebody can't try to kind. 11 wonders sentiment. We say Muhammad up man trash here throwing here to the here. Kenneth Ousu Boache de bona Fabien Kumadiamo Obedo Fori Nenso Heart of Folk Mantal Saka referee pushing across on here foul yan fan to na ye Montia Heart of Folk Elmona Furapo. Bona to be and come be akodi Ali Mohammed. Ali appear so come the goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari the bona from Finfin. Now she play one of their free. Emmanuel Boati. Hakim Miller. Emmanuel Boati. I throw over here to already at here. 11 wonders. Baba Jamuko Fadia, my Heart of Folk Adamato, Adiatia 11 wonders. Baba Jamu. Watobola de Achebu. Franka Bora Duko Koso. Edwana Furapo Munti, Center Referee. Georgia Maoli, Vomao, say a foul young Fanto. Na ye Montia Heart of Folk. Kenneth Ousubuachi. Had you been for G? Edwana Furapo. Obedo Fori. Or the Bana Command Desmond Champon. A throw in here to Eddie Heart of Folk. That's when I jump on to. That's what Heart of Folk and Manchester Musaka own FIFA. Piasso dia Coma. Henry Kwaku Boatin. Kwaku dia Kwachi. Odiaba Rafael Ponce Piasso dia Kwachi Akoma. Benjamin Asari. Ali Mohammed. When I'm a Kevin or Sassidi. Bona Kakodi. Rafael and Ponce Piasso dia Kwachi Akoma Kevin or Sassidi. When I'm Kwachi Akoma the goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari a pig up on the Choma Chanfifia from Nelson Edmond, a full up him. Mohammed Hussein up him, Yama Frank Abura Duku. Nelson Bolo Banantini and Comebia. Ali Mohammed, what about a Kwakwache? Marty 1 point, sir. Piasso at the Chimney Money crying. Kevin Osesidi. What about a Kwacha Kakama? Baba Dama Piasso, commanding goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari Chanaman Telesobunkum. But the one of 550 Yamari Alpha Lamponsa. Rafael Ponsa de bona kwakama Ali Mohammed Rafael de bona kwakoche Emmanuel Boateng wa shot na so there bi goal kicker Hearts of Oak ball area here 11 wonders Sima Jonomi and Santa Mwani Benjamin Asari Opia so da Fabin Koma Ali Mohammed Ali the ball at 10 FM wonders one betting wonders the one come in Kofi Asamoah across actually Munenso Emmanuel Amankwa Ibona Manatashe throwing here to ready here corner kick here for ready here Heart of Oak Sima Ejonu and Intamwani that's when I jump up and got a chance so Born and say yeah. Emmanuel Amankwa Pimbo born and Sakakodi 11 wonders that's when I jump on Emona Furapo went to the born and say Jeffrey in some Hakim Miller the bona kwakoche referee say foul yemfanto na yemuntia 11 wonders so Fifi FM Hussein Mohammed Abdul Karim Emmanuel Amankwa Henry Kwaku Boateng Rafael Ponsa Nensha Chipane from Isem wonders appear so bana kwa di Mati 1 Ponsa Nenso Mati wantini antwiba Badamu Babati Bono appear so the bona funny financial Bono Atrashi throwing a yet already at your Heart of Oak Hakim Miller to Bono di Achimo.
So far, after say Heart of Oak taking lead, it looks as if say 11 wonders Omaye very much calm, Omaye very much composed, and Omu taking game into Heart of Oak, even though has any opportunity to have doubled their lead. But I think that 11 wonders are quite resolute, and it looks like Afe and I came no open up the quality of the two teams.
Hardly open for Jay and then not so ball up by to Nyanko. Hussein Mohammed Ibona Manatrashe throw it here toward the Heart of Oak. Ghana Premier League I can say Toso Edjono we need the kai cry Kosole Gwago Pamensua the live commentary Promo Abra when you go here on your TV and area Rihanna Ball into Musa Center referee George Mauli former Wakache almost say on the pension bona fee. Yonya Kwanyana Yentime and to I can say so. We any I can say a Tosum Yenua Heart of Oak 11 wonders said the Bueni. What would you can share? Will be Antony and Fabo Antonio Quatem. No, so I have a good permit. Croya so Heart of Oak Sabaqua 11 wonders someone to me anti. Say over league actually anusua. Then say 11 wonders the omojo to me say 2026-2027 season enya dia Ghana Premier League no betimi agema si akan Heart of Oak Katimsa omo hwe no musa fi Ghana Premier League no betimi ageno wo mo eka ho binti akoba say ena mo din kunima na say woman so ehwe nim say ochira akansi ahodo ebekoso no woman de omani beji akire no mahwe titi we akansi asante kotoko bebo media ma akansi omoboli na Heart of Oak beta se na fei woman so ahwe se na nyoma ebesi akọ ewase akansi nim Sima Ediono enwotwe entamu ani ofeti kan Enchedia Center referee George Mauli former Obesha na Bena Yatu akansi bisanse afa no mi no bia bo nso awie utimi se na nsu komo dem na ntade pa wo matimi abo awie a referee say yen hweda fa yi yen to aka ise de so Hake Mela waro ne kura ball ready ma one des wato Mohamed Hussein Aje wa pia so odi ama wuli wayo di akwachi baba Ajabu di akwakoma Ali Mohamed Ali di aman goalkeeper Benjamin Asare the ball akwachi wa pia so di afanifa Kevin Osesibi Emmanuel Amankwa Heart of Folk na so there be went to me Empia so am born trash a goal kicker 11-1 the set ball there to Heart of Folk goalkeeper had your pin for J Wapeja ball there for Benkum na so that goal here just one a champ for us one trash a throw with a Heart of Folk to Edietia 11-1 this Nancy Ajibode from Nsem Repia so the ball Fanny Fa or Remati 1 point sa or push shot nice one Antonianko Mati 1 point sa Ajibode for Nsem Repia so one akwa di ma wuli wayo nenso edimo na fura po Repia so akoma the goalkeeper Hadi Obin Fraje Abdul Karim Hussein Mohamed wa pia so dia mama wuli wayo next why offside Sima Ediasa entemuani 30 minutes and airport ewa Ghana akasi atoso aduonu a ekoso ewo legwago pamaiso Heart of Folk ashaba ko 11-1 the sentiment here ma wuli wayo wono na wanya go no eriama Heart of Folk one day say hwani so betimi ate anyone na furapo wapeja bwana dia chemu nanso Emmanuel Amankwa pe bwana kodi Abdul Karim pia so dia ma Ali Mohamed wapeja bwana dia chemu Frank Aburaduku Hussein Mohamed Baba Adamu referee say a foul yan fatuana ye muntia Heart of Folk sanse Rokopia Wonders Hakim Miller a offside it 11-1 this I can't say my Jadiama one day say sunset one more another form Simadria Saba Kuntamwani Ali Mohamed Jabonachi Wapeya Edia Chemo Nelson Desmond a champion upon Omotin as you born into me and Comedia Kwakodi Rafael Amponsa Adiama Emmanuel Amankwa Nanso da bi born into me and Comedia Emmanuel Boatin a foul your body at your Heart of Folk
Wonders elusive two important players from their midfield. Abranta de Frank Kawere and after William Dankwa. Omunyina are joining Swedro All Blacks, but still they look like a refined team, a strong team, despite the fact that Wamodaso relegation threatening zone. It looks like they have a very strong team competitively, but then Wamuntimi utilize the least opportunities are a year falling to them. And it's good, sir, how to forget taking the early goal. Just say on bet me on C2 so far, it's been a balanced game.
Ali Mohamed. Abdul Karim Piasuriama Ali Mohamed. Ali Apopo already afa ni fa so na so na trashe na ka ohwe Emmanuel Amankwa Nanso ball na trash throwing here to Ediatia. Heart of Folks in my Piazza, me and Santa Monia, Ghana Premier League when I can see a tosso at Juno. What about Edia Tremo? One that's a man telling you, Brisa Quabia, so meeting a Dinkun and so born a trash here. Abdul Karim, what am I Rafael and Ponsa? And Ponsadia Quachaka, my Kevin or SCB. A Siberia commanding goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari ya fan Finfin. Rafael Amposa. Ali Mohammed. Wapia bode ya Tremo. Nelson Kenneth Usubuache yetini ajibona to Fomboko. Hakim Miller. Bona Trashe. A throw in a year to Ediatia Heart of Folk. Hakim Miller Kakofa to Ediatia Heart of Folk. Watubo na dia Tremo Nelson Mapim. Baba Demu. Matthew Amponsa. Baba Demu. Rafael Amponsa. Wapeda dia fani faso. Henry Kwakubuate Nenso. Desmond Champon. Oshibona mana trash throwing a year to Ediatia. 11 wonders. Referee a foul we say Woko so Imanola Mankwamo e won ni fa so ma referee a foul yam fa to na ye Montia wonders. So the American two just say coach Mbasu Didi Dramane na wa yen saka e bebre e wo branche duba kwade bia wo si akan Edemano ni fa fast like be hu ya man kwa befi ene ibano la man kwa ene bo edifa ediama Heart of Folk Rafael Amponsa jabo na chi a free kick referee Ashena Ben Rafael Apejadi achemu na so goalkeeper Hadi Obinfo Eje Yasomu Wato ediafa ni fa faso Bona trash referee say throw in Yanton Fantia Heart of Folk Hakim Miller, wato area kwacha kokoma Edmona Furapo. Edmona Pianso area ma Kenneth Usubuatin. Usubuache. Kenneth Pianso akoma Binfo J goalkeeper Hadi. Hey, throw in a year to Ediatia. Sima Piazza e kona kiki e bo Ediatia. Eleven wonders. Rafael Amponsa akwa bone be boys him. Je ready e kona idi be ba e wa kan sei mu. Rafael Amponsa wa pega bone tenten bo na tremu. Nenso atofo kapim. Atrashe ye goal kicker 11 wonders all boy there Heart of Folk Kevin Osaibe wono ana pembo na Anthony Amfago bia ama kan senim
so the corner kick was poorly executed because we be a opeja ball no any the angle ni the height of the ball it was always going to be very difficult but trust me Kevin Osaibe ball no day but then went to me and connecting successfully.
Ali Mohammed Ayibo na mana trash through in here to Ediatia. Heart of Folk. Hakim Miller. The center referee George Mauli Formawo. On the ball out to Hakim Miller Pianso koma Edmona Furapu. Edmond bana kwete akoma Kenneth Oto Usubuache. Wape ya chire benenso Imano amankwa pembo na dia free obona kwa kodi. Now who's a center referee? George Mauli Vomawo. What's here, Monfentia? 11 wonders. Emmanuel Amankwa. Gordon Akofa Bono Betwedi Ama Heart of Folk. Amankwa to Bono ya Tremu. Bonus are trashy. Through in a year to 11 wonders. Emmanuel Amankwa beto wedi ama Heart of Folk. What you order inside boy, Rafael and inside inside carbon into referee. Assistant line 2 no jina hono se that be. A foul young fan to all. Na ye Muntia Heart of Folk. Akasima AC and the referee de beto so akensero fedi kan nyina. Ebe pada ye go ama uli wayo e shede ma Heart of Folk na no a. Ena yedasu krabu ewa kansem Edmona Furapo Hake Mela Wapo de achim na so Kevin says be pian to referee say foul pushing across so woke up him Eden Kofi Asamoah to referee say foul yam fan to na ye Muntia. What about a question? The Pia Soria Fanifa Emmanuel Boati. She bought a man at trash through in here to edit here.
That's the coach, Kasim Mengelo Kanse, an excellent manager, formerly of Nations FC. And I was dancing.
My coach Bashiru, Abdul Bashiru, no, Jumadi Maho United. Womunina Chaguma Manasori, I can't say to be Benjamin Asari, Kevin Osesibi, Emmanuel Boatin and Ziamani crying. She bought a man trash a corner kick, a year boy, 11 wonders. Sima Ediana Ibako. A corner kick, a boy, 11 wonders. Henry Kwakubuati on the jump on the Chadema Heart of Folk. A pegadi a chemo permanent so that be Henry Kwakubuati was a pegabon at Chemo. Rafael and Ponsa Pim. I'm a goalkeeper, Hadi or Ben for J. Yasum. Now, someone was a center referee, George Mauli Vomawo. Utibika say Yansha Esanse 11 wonders, Sabran Tabako Edago Pamano Sunti Yanko Hena Fei Gentleman Hontona Yenya Konya and to a so.
Well, that was a very fine delivery into the 18-yard box from Henry Boateng, but then the goalkeeper was always going to grab, especially when this 6-yard box in my ball, or the advantage of using the hands, and so or jumping yano or to make it a save for 11 wonders.
Sima Adriana ni runtamoya kasima miensa and the referee George Emma only former when the back on cancel of Fiji can in another part of ye. Desmond Tete was already and also betting out to us. Had you been for J? Upon Bona Kodi Abdul Karim Nensoma Ibona Frio Kenneth Usubuachi. Hakim Miller. Desmond Tete Bolo Bwana Ntimi anko baby akwa Imano Lamankwa de bwana koma Abdul Karim. Karim pia so Amankwa. Amankwa dia kwachi. Kevin Osesibi we pia so de mani goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari apega ball no ade ball na che matam fifia fa Mahwi. Desmond Champion referee Tiano enti ento fentia 11 wonders. Watu bona kwa kodi wapem nenso da bi Mawuli Wayo.
Another brilliant opportunity for Mawuli Wayo to double his lead, and after Netali and never gave him more. But then another opportunity wasted by Hearts of Oak. Very good cross from Abrantani de Frank Abra Duku. Mawuli Wayo, yes, was challenged, but he could be hitting on target. Say if Onya BBR right in the game.
Hearts of Oak ahead so many go. Rafael Ponsa Debi. Akasima ba kone dia referee de beka ho. Akaise no feti kan ni na beba na wie Ghana Premier League we ni akanse etoso adio no. Abdul Karim. We pia so dan so da bi. A goal kick. Sima Diana no mini na so ya twen. The center referee ba me ya dia to so. Hadi open for J goalkeeper we pia so de bona kwa koma Kenneth Usubuachi. Desmond Champion tini anyina so ya Jeffrey nsem. Hearts of Oak nya gwa to so mi no ha nya nwanwa. Rafael Ponsa. Baba Demu. Mohamed Hussein. Nyansu ya Ibona mana trashe corner kick. Japo dia tia 11 wonders. Bola Hearts of Oak kana kaisi amusi no. Se wo munya gwa to so mienu anya nwanwa. Rafael Ponsa ne gina ball na chi. Referee se fasema mienu. Ana nto akanse no so Rafael Ponsa pega ball na dia chemu. Kevin Osesi ba pem na so asa trashe. A goal kick. Yeah, boy there tia Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak nya kwanya ni nyina na so de Roma she go back open na dia tia 11 wonders. Goalkeeper had you up in for J. Wakacha dem ranche ni se omo enkom wapeja ade ache bona be din finfia fam. Desmond Tata pim na so bona ntini anko ba bia. Hearts of Oak. Ache bona from insam. Desmond Champion. 11 wonders. One more person omo ye bibia wa kan se de pia so de bona to na so da bi. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. One play no cry. Apopo already at Tremo. Rafael Ponsa. Edmond Afurapo. Hakim Miller. Watwe kama we pia so de bona chemu na so de nkofia Samuel ntimi anyina so. Mawuli Wayo. Rafael Ponsa. Referee George Mawuli former wa say na be dia kan so do fedi kan nyina ba na wieye. Hearts of Oak Shabako. 11 wonders Anthony Anti.
Was a very competitive first half. Hearts of Oak Womunya very good opportunities. Ananka Ohobetimi Asha 1, 2, 3 goals, but after say Mawuli Wayo enya goal no, it looks as if Hearts of Oak a free gear no so they were unable to connect the final passes and on so much chances to munya enyina no. Emu ba ko peno bitimi share for 11 wonders. They started sluggishly at the back, but then after conceding, you could see say I recover in time. They make sure some block out of folk attacking faces. They created also a very good opportunities, but then it was not threatening enough. Say Omobetimi Enya goal in the first 45 minutes. It been quite a contest. Hearts of Folk echo breaking more with a 1-goal advantage.
Who to press who. So it's exactly what we train on. That is why you see the boys doing it to perfection.
Of course. Now it looks like after the goal you took your foot off the gas a bit.
Well, it's not that we take off our foot, but set games are very difficult to play. But it's good that we have an early goal so that we can calm ourselves down and then play our normal football. But I think that we need to take the right decisions and to up front. Once we make the right decisions up front, I think we can get a second goal.
Well, thanks very much, Najao Issa, the goalkeepers trainer of Hearts of Folk. There, they are leading by a goal to nil. It's still the Ghana Premier League here on TV3 and on Nuya TV. My name is Mutala Yakubu. We'll take a quick breather. When we return, Duke will join me for the first half analysis.
In the heart of Ghana, a nation rich with natural resources and vibrant culture, lies the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, a beacon of excellence in the energy sector. For over 40 years since its creation, GNPC has committed to its mandate of developing Ghana's own petroleum resources to support the provision of adequate and reliable supply of petroleum products and reduce the country's dependence on crude oil imports, charting in the process. In education, the corporation has, among other things, constructed over 150 classroom and dormitory facilities and awarded over 4,000 scholarships to deserving Ghanaian students at the graduate and postgraduate education levels. Recognizing the importance of preserving Ghana's natural environment and the health of its people, GNPC has funded the construction of over 700 borehole water systems, 86 sanitary facilities, and 30 AstroTurf pitches to enhance physical and sporting health. GNPC, powering dreams.
It's time to believe in you. We are changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. I'm in the valleys. Keep your head up high. Got to dream with Boomer drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the
Dewa drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Watch the man. Oh, even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? His screamers the stadium. Was like before the general lifting up trophies. Stephen Ojo was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride, and you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Watch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
In the beginning, life feels heavy. But then, hope arrives. Star 446 hash saves you in the Dewa Chop Money draw at 10 a.m.
Congratulations!
Give your dream a chance. Even better. Like life, Dewa 539 gives another chance for those who miss their morning Chop Money draw to get lucky in the daily Dewa Rush Hour draw at 1:30 p.m.
Play every day.
And you may draw no social life. Dial star 446 ash. Nika Dewa 539. Direct Lotto no. Next 7 o'clock and you may be
24 hours. 3 daily draws at 10 a.m., 1:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. Dewa 539 is designed to save you in the moments that matter most. Play every day, win every day. Dewa Afa.
Sabraya yani 2025 baby. Na ya bie ensem e de ahia 2026. High sense for say for America crazy. Na ya dagana fo nyina se ye nimpa se gidi a wonya we mu na oni edi dwa no eno na aboa ma high sense ye dru san pempenso yi se wo hu de enkoyi a wo boy amane onu kredie eni se mo boy ye chido a hye ye nkran ama ye hye niema kama e de brem technology de brem afi no utiribe bom ye customer service no so ya show mu kutupa ye ye a check ane no afi ye mu say e ba no quality home appliances and electronics are high sense chino moko be obi anyho 2026 aye me no mienu nyina afi aye de be ye niema nwanwaso e wo high sense everyday prices for everyday people.
Emri bi atwam apomuden ho nsem agi ensem ho emma osuru yedin emma sase ediawere ho enti onyankopon nam da asumu eda enua eni habama ebeji adasama enkwa ekire adujamfi okumanini barima enu akire no adujamfi esa kotra kwayem ededuanan agwamfa nsuo ankana no menu mienu apomuden panti wenti enigisem onyankopon de yare nyina so tumi ahye Dr. Tamdasonsa gise di wawuo anase yesie no nkoa ene wontimi na yaresa bia ho de wasiesie ho kama fika krabi ba gwa yaresa e wo kumase abuakwa agogo frayen 0244 774282
oyalfo bia kaise udimafo eye midimafo heba clinic Dr. Tamdasonsa
to score, because the team doesn't score a lot of goals. So when they have those opportunities and those clear-cut chances, and the way they play, you don't create so many chances. Even this game, the entire 45 minutes, I can count just about 3 clear-cut chances out of which Mauli has been able to buy one. The other one was what he just headed over the pole. So when they get those chances, they are eager to score, and that's what. So it's actually very, very much to the credit of Mauli that he took his time, did the body swerve, took the defender out of the picture, and that was the that was the game changer.
And had to
that did all of that.
Session for that second goal. But after that one, it looks like 11 Wonders, also stepped up their game a bit, but they've not been able to test Benjamin Asari thanks to the Hearts-of-Oak back line of Osasi Bey and of course Ali Mohammed.
Yeah, and I did mention actually they don't play that poorly. If you look at the likes of Matthew Amponsa,
their game is encouraging.
Frank Boateng, the ball distribution, but it's always that lack of final bite, that inexperience in Rauf Mamuna, and that that final factor that they do not have, and that's what really actually worrying them, because there were times where Hearts-of-Oak would play the game, they would play the ball at the back so many times that they would even run into mistakes, but they can't punish them. So that's really been the story of the day for 11 Wonders. Play the ball very nicely in the middle of the park, but when they get to the final third, it's either inexperience or it's either that eagerness, and they're not able to, and they haven't been able to create any clear-cut chance, irrespective of the beautiful distribution and the passing of the ball around. And actually, I'll blame Hearts-of-Oak, because after the first 10 minutes, the transition became very slower. The two players in midfield, the one on the left side, that is Hussein, the one on the right side of me, that's Karim, was supposed to take the ball fade across into that final third, have actually been very slow, and they're not actually playing very directly, trying to create the chances in the middle of the park. They are always looking for the outlet on the right flank, which is Henry, and Henry hasn't been very direct. He's always trying to cut in, even though it was his assist that got the ball to Maoli to get that goal. He's really running around in spaces trying to create the opportunities, and that has been very difficult for Hearts-of-Oak. So for me, they need to be, if they're looking for a second goal, they need to be quicker in transition.
Well,
that is
the first half has been a good one for Hearts-of-Oak. They are leading, but let's go through the statistics for that first half. We know that Hearts-of-Oak have been very dominant. There you have it, 51% of possession as against 11 Wonders, 49. One goal for Hearts-of-Oak, 2 shots for 11 Wonders, and 4 for Hearts-of-Oak, 1 each on target, and 4 corner kicks to the Phobians, to 11 Wonders is 1. 9 fouls committed each by these teams. No yellow cards in the first half, no red card in the first half, but Hearts-of-Oak have been very, very potent, especially creating chances, and it looks like it's a clear game plan. They are playing all their balls directly to the right hand side where Henry is,
and that's problematic for me, because if you look at of the two wingers, I see Maoli is sharper, and Maoli has that. I mean, for me, he's much more experienced and sharper, and he's even, when it comes to even technical dexterity, I think he's better than Henry. But for some reason, I don't know what the video analysts of Hearts-of-Oak have seen on that left side of 11 Wonders. But anytime they are looking for an outlet on the flanks, they go right instead of coming left to Maoli to try and do a few tricks, and he's a bit more direct than Henry on that side. Maybe they should try that, because today he is their most threatening player, but he hasn't been given he's not giving the ball.
What do you think the presence of Henry, or the style of play of Henry and Maoli Wayo, is the reason why Frank Aburaduku seemed to be on the periphery up front? Because it's like he's been isolated, not really in the game.
Two reasons. First of all is because Haas is playing a lot more through the flanks than through the middle. Emmanuel Boateng and I think Rauf, the holding midfielders for 11 Wonders have done a good job of trying to prevent Hussein and Karim from carrying the ball through the middle of the park. And the middle of the park is where you are the arrowhead. So it's either they are playing through the middle of the park to serve you the balls, or you have wingers who are crossing. And I mean, from the style of play of Accra Hearts-of-Oak, their wingers usually do not do that. Whether it's Kakari, whether it's Maoli, whether it's Henry, whether it's even when they play this former Gold Stars chap on the
Prince
Kwabnose on the right, they are always trying to cut in and get the balls through. So he has had to come back most of the time, and Frank Aburaduku relies more of his height to be heading the balls and more of his strength. He's not very good technically gifted when it comes to footwork and his hold-up play, and that is what actually has done him in.
Now, a second goal will be like a sucker punch to, 11 Wonders. How should Hearts-of-Oak set up, especially in the second half? Should there be a change in personnel up front? Because in the middle and at the back, they've not had enough troubles.
Okay, so we are waiting for that confirmation, but we hear that
we are hearing that Hamza Issa is coming on from Frank Aburaduku. Do you think it's a good substitution made by...
I think so, because if they are going to play the same way they played in the first half, then Aburaduku is not going to get those services, and his hold-up play is not the best. If you compare the two strikers, Hamza has got a better hold-up play than Frank Aburaduku, so definitely is the other one. And apart from that, if his hold play is good, he can still be creating chances for the likes of Maoli, even Hussein, and even Karim to come in from there. So for me, I think it's the right thing to do, especially when Hearts have decided that they will be playing through the flanks, And a bit of advice to Coach Didi, if you take my advice, he should try and get his midfielders to spread the ball.
I'm sure he's watching from the dressing room, so he's actually hearing everything that you're saying.
Across both flanks, and not just on the right, especially with Maulu. Maulu, who's proving that he can also be as deadly as Henry on the left, yes.
But it's becoming a general problem for most typical number 9s when you're playing with wingers who would love to cut in on their left or right and shoot. Is this something that is changing, or is it the era we are in?
The game is changing. You see, a lot of the coaches, if they explain to you the way they set up their teams, they are not setting up their teams with a striker and 2 wingers. No, they have 3 strikers up front. So it's a 4-3-3. They have a left-sided striker, a middle striker, and then so all of them are strikers.
Even this
so don't expect
typical number 10 is no longer in the game. It doesn't exist
he's either
anymore.
playing in the hole behind the 2, or even the one playing that free role.
Second half
so the game has changed.
Yeah, it has changed completely, and second half is starting pretty shortly because the teams are back onto the pace. So I hand you over back to our team of commentators, Benjamin Willie Graham and Kelvin Ousu, as I see you after 90 minutes.
Eddie ama heart of folk. Enti ya hwese heart better than your goals dey aka ho. And then say Mauli wa your goal na dey be pon aka say. The center referee George Mauli former wo. Ya choice of be shine na be na fe toss no na shase. Center referee shine na be. Emmanuel Boateng. The piano referee say foul yem fanto na ye muntia heart of folk. Anyone of Furapo. Ball by the Timian Corbia. Henry Kwaku Boateng. Achibona for the same referee say Yan Twaso. Kelvin Osesibi. Or the man goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Ali Mohammed. Rafa Lamponsan. Baba Debu. Hamza Isa. Baba Debu for Bono Benkuma Faso. Wapeja Edia Chemu. Nanso Debi. Wapa Manako Prima Mana Trashe. If you know, you have to wear it here. Hearts of Folk, who's a branch about John Watrago Pavaniso. Henry Kwaku Boateng. Kwesi Asma. Oba Munche shot to my quick ball into no John Auto form. Eleven wonder say Sakaye. Desmond Tete for I can't see him. I'm a Felix Akolo. One day we shall see a kind be. Felix Akolo, a regular starter until recent times. So Lusu, and the sports no. But then coach, if you say this is a perfect opportunity to bring one more attacking midfielder into their fold, and we decided to say what the Felix Akolo and a Babijin. Heart of Folk Kwabama Pia Solia Kwachi. Ali Mohammed. Kevin Osesibi. Benjamin Asari. Opia so they are funny fan. What am I Kevin Osesibi? Rafael Amposa Pejabo na Chemu. Now so my Ibona Manatrashe through the yet already at here. Hearts of Folk. That's one a champion. Tomorrow the border by Filthy. Rafael and Posaji the border come up to Karim. Nelson Abbey. Referee say foul Filthy from here fan to 1 Muntia 11-1 they say sunset. Hakim Melako pushi Mawuli Wayo into a free kick. Ali Mohammed. Kevin Osesibi. I pick up one of their chairman, I pick one of their free or referee say, Boom, say how to full play and you shouldn't say, Hamza Isa. It's a foul, young fan to all. Just want to jump up, pick up one of their chairman. Now, so Ali Mohammed. But he am an trash a throwing, I yet to edit your heart of folk. Felix Akolo. Bonatrashe referee say a throw in Yanto. Was he Antona Yanfantia? A corner kick of me a boy at here. Heart of Folk. That's one up a champ up a Yadia Chemo about Caesar kicking and so. Referee look at it. Raoul Fumune. Raoul Fumuna. I want to go Caesar kicking and referee to say, baby, I'm not born. One baby, you're 29. And so for 10 yellow card, he can't call Adama Raoul Muna was a kind. Adama 11 wonders.
Raouf Muna shot to prominence. Ebra 11 wonders. Esha Basaka only started by 2-0. A second half substitute. Edobenya 2 goals now. Edema 11 wonders. But in this particular game, Yensheda Enhuno sa, and then that incident, I think that he had control of the ball. But then aerially, maybe a ball on the wall, and the decision to go for the bicycle kick. And then Namswa referee and the yellow card actually.
Sima Ediono Untamo and so far Tossibi and Simenum. And they are boy the account. Any man for the apple. That's one a champion. Emmanuel Boateng. Felix Akolo. Emmanuel Boateng. Emmanuel Mankwa Ibo na dia free war. Wa permanent so referee to me say a foul it e call the Heart of Folk Mawuli Wayo. Obedo Fori. One Mawuli Wayo. Woman na every cross. Yellow card tossing you no be come we say referee yellow card. After the bottom. Minim so the ma in what Obedo Fori and say Mawuli Wayo. What the ama Obed Ofori we see a kind of 11 wonders. Yellow card me no abaka is me na call the tia. 11 wonders. Hakim Miller. And I say Obed Ofori. She born at the trouble, ma will you over to got Tosimino, Wapega one at the trouble, no, should I be Hamza Isa?
That was a presentable opportunity, easy to miss than to score, and I say easy to score than to miss. It was just a teasing pass into the 6-yard box, ABT goalkeeper no. Hamza Issa only had one job, just connect to the ball into the net, and then we decided say over fluffy that opportunity. Very big opportunity, and I had to folk a waste it.
And throwing a yet already at your Hearts of Folk. Just one a champion. And then Kofi Asamoah. She bought a free on so I say yeah. Just one. No, so one trash here, referee and 220 Hearts of Folk. Felix Akolo. She bought a free war. Hearts of Folk, so that be your bubble and to me and Kobebia. Nanko here, Mauli Wayo, Hamza is selling your bono, and so to Yanko. Match 1 point. Edmond for Apple. Now, so one trash it through in the air to ready at 11 wonders. She tell for a bag of Pamasono. How for me, pa. Take care of him, say. One bet in your base as a Heart of Folk, I shall say, Dink with him. It's going to be a supporter, so the bad, your money when you have a touching and so. And no man said, Kevin says, if you are paying money, I'm a Falamponsa. Abdul Karim, when you're free kick. Eddie, I'm a Heart of Folk. The Santa referee, George Mauli Formal. Ali Mohammed Jabon and Ethiopia Sokoma, Kevin Osesibi. Sibeni Bona Kwachi. Ali Mohammed. Benjamin Asari. Rafael Amponsa. Mauli Wayo. Baba Demu. Aye Konaki. Heart of Folk, modern Bonner was so fair to be anymore. Masudi Dramani. Kwesi Asamani Jabon actually my Heart of Folk, Konaki Kawabo. Refia Shena Bay. Wapim, Heart of Folk, Nelson Abbey. Miscommunication between the two players, Mauli Wayo had an opportunity, send commentable, Netali, and there and after Heart of Folk lead, but miscommunication, or make to me about chance and not working. A champion. Abdul Karim Ajay, or when I call my Harry Kwakubuate. Kwakubuan and to me and Kobebia. That's one a champion. Bobo already a few on us, one as a Kwakodi, Rafael Amponsa. Kwesi Asma. Baba Demu. Across the ball, already a children so. Mauli Wayoti and Kamana Trash. Henry Kwakubuati Mumne Koye. Tomorrow, Quache, Nancy Rabi. Just for the champion, one year, how did not come on a trash, throwing. Heart of Folk already at 11 wonders. Emmanuel Amankwa. What tomorrow take to the right yard box in him. When we have him, Nancy Rabi. Mauli Wayan to be in Aswami, you born a free war. Referee Simone throwing. Young fan question after Yanto. Young fan 11 wonders. Baba dem. Tomorrow the action. But John want to form referee say foul. Young Monte 11 wonders. Kevin Osesibi. Abdul Karim. Mauli Wayu. A chip on reference Abdul Karim what about Koma Yala Mankwa Henry Kwaku Buati. A chip on reference Pia so dia fani fa Nelson Abdul Karim Ali Mohammed ball and trash throwing a year to Edietia Hearts of Folk Felix Akolo Emmanuel Boateng Afurapo throwing a year to Edietia Hearts of Folk is at 91 points. Why yes I'm watching throwing a year to Edietia Hakim Miller. What to say you want to feel? I saw trash throwing here to Edietia Hearts of Folk Hakim. A trash throwing a yes out to Edietia. I pick up on the action and so my pimona for you, Kevin and Yefio and say, yeah. I call up a short and then I'm go put an impair. A goal kick at him. Heart of Folks in my address and Tamwani 60 minutes. And the boy I can see him. Benjamin Asari or the Banakamara Falamponsa, where Piansama Kevin or Cecily. Bonam Trashe, throwing a year to Edietia. Eleven wonders. Emmanuel Amankwa. Watobona di achemu. Referee say foul yam fatu na yemuntia. 11 wonders. I can see the my thing area my one day say I'm gonna from a cover community here. I pick up on the banner for the Ali Mohammed. Ali Piasso. Crazy Asim or the Ali Mohammed. A goal kick. Hearts of Folk as Abayan Sakayemino. Mauli wa yo fa kan se ama Martin Kakari ene be semesi akani di Rafael Amponsamum Rafael Amponsa efimu Oni Mauli wa yo efimu ama Martin Kakari na fe Theo Floss Collinson omo ne ba be semesi akani di Eddie ama Hearts of Folk Oni bona kwa koche ya kwanya de ma Hearts of Folk Collinson Obobo na ntimi anko ba bia ma na trash here. Chitafo kakra ba no omo bo mo ni say on the bomb mania confirmation say I can say no. What will YouTube say was ropa? He born at a chemo a chance. Then so they may born a few. Go! Martin can carry out to tell Tosumi and the heart of folk. Martin Kakari. What to tell Tosumi? And the heart of folk. Anyone of foot up. What do you want to say? How do you bring for a day? Meaning the buy a car. Oh, why is sound from Sono? Your man Martin can't carry out to a Tatasumino. And they are my hearts of folk. Sima Josiana, 64 minutes. Heart of folk, Casemiro, 11-1 the sentiment here. Referee pushing across onto a front one or more. Wonders. The Piazza de Bona Fanfia Cocody. Ebona Furapo. Hakim Miller. Edmona Furapo. Adding Kofia Samoa Piazza de Bona Fanifa. Wonder Sebetimiati Omukana. Matthew and Ponsana Subolo Bonan to me and Cobebia. I throw in here to Ediatia 11 wonders. Sima Adjosia Enum. Heart of Folk Casemiro. 11 wonders sentiment here. Heart of Folk, Babadam. It's your first call, Ensign. Akolo. Bola trash through in here to where the tia. Eleven wonders. One more Sakaye. Me who say Hamza back and say him. Matthew and Ponsa if I can say him. Mama Hamza Babe Shemasi I can't be. Area wonders. So I'm from Point Babe Shemasi I can't be my wonders. A foul. She born at that chip here. What one pound? Heart of Folk, I said, you know, wonder sentiment here. A foul here, boss center referee, George Mauli former. A chip foul here, my friend Pong. Just want a champion. Martin Kakari Achibono, Nifa Faso. Across the border, they are children. So, I try to say a goal kicker. One that's a point at your Heart of Folk. Eleven wonders. Felix Akolo. Bonus goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Wasobone Mwatoli Akobenkum. Achibona dia from Nsamona Kwakodi. Benkuma Faso Atache, referee say throwing. Yento Fentia. Atubone tete ni bora chemu. Na subone say Akwakodi had your painful J goalkeeper. The pick up already at chemu ni Faso. Hakim Miller. What I say about ma wonders. When we didn't know Monamon says I said from 11 wonders. Now so much from a cameo no muntimenti here. Across the border, the action so be any or Ali Mohammed, Benjamin Asari, Kevin Osesibi, Abdul Karim Mapega Bonadia Fabenkum, Henry Kwakubuati, Baba Demu. Bona timi anko ba bia ya chede from Sabona Kwakoti and Kofi Asamoah referee say foul yam fanto na ye montia Heart of Folk Sima Jo Contemwell 70 minutes in about Sima Joson 11 wonder sense Heart of Folk Asemienu referee Ashena Ben say on me pension mo kakra na fei Yes, Uncle Tua can say this. So I think at this moment, Accra Heart of Folk were the driving seat, getting the second goal. So they be at least Omobenya that kind of comfort, and I feel Omobenya that kind of relaxed performance in the final 20 minutes of the game. It was always coming. Over the chances at Heart of Folk were more creative, Mawuli Wayo, and that of Hamza Issa Obemu in the second half. The kind of opportunities are not air folly. Edema Heart of Folk no. It was always going to happen. Say Heart of Folk, Ebenya the second goal, and eventually, Bono Etimi after Atinum the Heart of Folk, Obu lead by 2 goals to 0. Martin Kakari from the bench getting the goal for Heart of Folk. Kudos to the team. They really worked to get to where they are. Sima Josoba Kontamweni. Yeah, train some bonso na rena fe yetimi. Atwa kan so. Coach Amasu Dede Dramani. Watch him run, Chenny, the Omunyon, between your ghost, Libya Kawe Sunset. Would your team be say so to me? You don't want Shano Pa. Well, you don't want now Shano. Said a baby, wow. I'm a leg after the end of me. Ada baby. And no, and a Heart of Folk, and then you may want more year, ever go Pameso. Say Omobetimi a Jinkunim. Referee George Mauli former Washana Ben saying Twasso. Just want a champion. And in Kofi Asamoah. Bolo bwana ntimi ankwa ba bia mababa damwaje. Kofi Asama. Baba damu. Bwana kwa kodi. Henry kwa kubuatin. Refesi Antoaso. 11 wonders. Emmanuel Boateng. When Tinian Fabona and Koima, the Pianso de Bonafanifa. Wapega Bona dia Fabi Gwan Felix Akolo Fabono. The Bona said Chairman signing, Emmanuel Boateng. Edin Kofi Asamoah. Wonders. One bet me wonders and then you may ana. Apenya dia chemu na so mapem. Martin Zakari. Ibanala Mankwa. Theophilus Collinson. Kevin Osesibe apenya dia chemu. Kenneth Usubuache. Obobo na ntimi anko. Emmanuel Boateng. Across the ball, Pim Nelson goalkeeper Benjamin Asare.
That was an interesting cross into the 18-yard box. But Abrantano Ebon Omodin had his head to the ball. But then this kind of balls don't trouble Ben Asare.
Throwing the water ball into the area. One day 18-yard box in him. Hamza Isa or the one come Henry Kwaku Boateng. Kwaku Pega Chim Nelson and you baby cry. A goal kicker. One day ball at the Heart of Folk. Ghana Premier League akansi atoso edu adiono akansi atoso adiono weni akansi edi kankra otena matches akani nyina akansi ani nyina abekoso our various league centers. Eleven wonders from Ashasi Bobibi Nanso ato Fokaje Martin Kakari. What am I Hamza Isa? Referee say a penalty at my Heart of Folk. Referee say a penalty here.
That was a beautiful dummy from Abrantano Diari Hamza Isa just into the 80-yard box. There was a clip of the leg, and definitely referee Maui Voma George ever whistle for that opportunity at the penalty, and it is the right call.
Kevin Osesi be akwaja ball e chiri ama Heart of Folk. Kevin Osesi be what they had to open for J. Osesi be the two man I say Heart of Folk Katimia Bogomi and Sao Gopameso. Kevin Osesi be what about not Tottenham go?
That was cool and calmly converted by Kevin Osesi. Interestingly, this is the first time this season Accra Heart of Folk share as many as 3 goals. And of course, Benjamin Asare will be celebrating that at least a year to concede a goal in this particular game. This team rolling to a 3-0 lead, and of course, they are on course to pick all 3 points. Once again at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, Heart of Folk are still unbeaten.
Heart of Folk has 11 wonder sentiment here. Akasima Edu. Me and Sani the referee the battle so I can say you know be corner way. 11 wonders. Woman to me and your wonder, Sawa go Pramaiso. Go a toss on neighbors out there. Say go a toss on neighbors. 11 wonders of my gum one more, so I go Pramaiso. The Piazza de Aquati. $11 wonders. Now you're some by wonders. Now, so because I would have my coming and someone to mentor yet. Born a trash throwing 11 wonders set to Ariatia Hearts of Folk. Just one a champion. Akolo. Rosa CB. Ne mo de ba so ani ye papa wa kan say mu aye corner kick referee say o twa into free kick and fa to na ye montia Heart of Folk Benjamin Asari o he ni mu se bon to na trem just when the champ up ya ball dey trem we hura pem na so number bi kra Heart of Folk enemy and son 11 wonder sentiment here. I can't say to my day. Eddie, I'm a wonders. So I'm betting I have wonders. So I go Pramaiso. Ghana Premier League. I can't see a toss or June. When I can say a decay, I have or China, the Akanina Betraso. Felix Akolo. What about a quacker? The Piazza de Sadabi. Just one a champion. I offside it here. 11 wonders. Sima Edo Wake enter Mwani. Akasima Edu. Any the referee better so I can say no. Referee Besha na bedi akaise ni na banawe Kevin Osesidi. Yakopia na ma referee say fa wo finfe yem fa nto na yem montia wonders. Kevin Osesidi be so jana na so ne ato akaise ni so. Henry Kwakubu ate fra akaise ni. Ama se faso sabute wono ne be shemasi akani bi edi ama Heart of Folk sima jo watwa kontamwani akasima nkron Heart of Folk Imanola Mankwa Abdul Karim Imanola Mankwa referee say foul yem fanto na ye montia Imanola Mankwa isense Moko try the Piazza commanding goalkeeper had the open for Jay Wapegari funny fast so one happen referee say throw in Anton Fantia Heart of Folk wato the bona kwachi Hakim Miller Emmanuel Boateng Just for a champion. A champion right here boxing him. The one up here, my even watching. Watch up. We're crossing one and so referee assistant La One up again. Frank Carney say offside it here. Desmond a champion. I will see I can Edema 11 wonders. Wonders and the abrasion person will be. There's some other from a Kamiensa. One more intimate back of crowd. Carvino says he for pay up on their trim. Ya pinball in the crop. Nelson Kenneth also watch you want a few. Ali Mohammed. Abdul Karim. The one who come at you for Collinson. Collinson, Piasso, the Amababa. And I went to me and Fabon and Craig Jeffries. What I call it Felix Akolo. Akolo. Felix Akolo. And I say, Ajibode Felix. Emmanuel Boateng. When Piasso the one who funny fan. Yakwanya the man. Wonders lens there be a corner kick.
That was a very beautiful threaded pass from Emmanuel Boateng, but then Felix intimate control ball. No, eventually Heart of Folk had their men retrieving her or Maclear ball to safety.
A corner kick ball there to Heart of Folk. Sima Jowa 9. Akasima Insia. Appear 120 more than goalkeeper Benjamin Asari Asomu. Ya Jeff already Amane Sanse pushing across. So I was 6-yard boxing him. Wonders. Wonders was all your wonders. A offside. Akasima Enum. And the other referee they better so I can't say no. You know about the way. Ghana Premier League I can't say a toss word you know. I will let go for my so. 11 wonders essentially one more unable home. And I had to focus on show me coming and someone to vent here. Ali Mohammed. Ali the Bona Fabenkum. Nancy Achipon reference Abdul Karim. Eleven wonders. Romo ye bia so betimi ati omo kanin ba konen so. Bolon bore fe ye papa. Omo da fo ka mi ensa. Romo ntebente ba kokra. Karoto usubwachi. Ebeya ye hu ade ama wonders. We rate here boxing him what bonus should there be.
It was a very beautiful one-viewer situation between Hamza Issa and 11 Wonders defender Kenneth Usubwachi, but then went to me MBT, you know, eventually I was saw hit a strike, you know, wayward, and this could have been the 4 goal for House of Folk. Say Hamza Issa in your portrait or chain my teammate in be it me ever into position.
Wonders are for one thing, Eden Kofi Asamoah. Pierre so the one quite say Pija ball and pass to the ball and chip and in the betting far. Oni Ali Mohammed. Pushing across into the face. A foul in front of na ye Muntia. Hard to focus on Baba Damu. Coronel Piscino. And I say, Opian into former refuge for Bonacodi Felix Sakolo. One day say, you be so meeting me at your Bukanubako. Retired boxing him. Nenso Derby. Or say, Abdul Karim. Offside it here. Martin Kakari. Akasima Bako. Nesima Drakoni Nelson. Babadem, Abdul Karim, Kevin Osesibi, Heart of 4K, Abia, so making a great toss 9. Ali Mohammed, Odiam Abdul Karim, Karim Diama Kevin Osesibi, Theophilus Collison. Abdul Karim. With the question, come on, the goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Simadra Kunina so. Referee and Fasima 9. And I am fan to a cancel so. Rasisima 9. Jan fan to a cancel so. Pia so the one Fabian Kum. Heart of folk could be here no matter what I say him. Mama should go back to me no me answer. I think Ghana Premier League menkai I can say heart of folk boy almost say go no me answer. Nenso matimi aye. Ene e wo legwa go primary so. Kevin Osesibi. Wait here boxing him. Kofi Asamoah Pesotabo, wa bonus one akwakopim. The Piasso de Afanifa. Bona Trashe, throwing here toward the Tia. Kofi Asamoah Bona Copim crossbar the P. Referee say foul, young Fanto. Na ye Montia. Eleven wonders. Ebi akofijira popo no. Ekopim crossbar na sabae. Baba demu. Sima na de to so make say abomu mienu. Akasima mienu akanseri na be kona yeye. Pia so de bona kwachi. Imanola mankwachi me anyina so. Ajibo na fere nsam so Kevin Osesibi pia so amana trashe. Through na yet already at here. Heart of folk, Wasonimu, referee say a foul, 1 and 2 and 10 passo. Eden Kofi Asamoah. Ali Mohammed. Opia so the one akoma. I feel 11 wonders. Some person may wonders. Then so brand ko. Emmanuel Boateng. Heart of Folk kababo na fio. Bora ko ni fa so. Atrashe through in here to where the Heart of Folk of Finfia fam. Ghana Premier League. I can see a toss to a Jono. Referee say a foul. Young Fanto. Eden Kofi Asamoah. Why yeah, Juma Papa, Wago Pamaso and area. Nenso de here no. Heart of Folk aye. Wago Pamaso. Aye free kick.
Well, Heart of Folk, clearly, I think that this could be the last opportunity for 11 Wonders. But Heart of Folk, it's me, after Abomodin say, all 3 points in this game, I'm going to me in now the most important thing, and it's going to keep a clean sheet in this game.
Sima and I, the toss in your so. Yeah, try to say, Santa Referee, George, Mauli Forma, Robert Shana Bay, Eddie, can say in our banner. Kevin Osesibe. But the ball got to a year na fe. We piazza man goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Center referee George Mauli Forma. Ashena Bay. Area can say in Banawi how to focus at Miensa. 11 Wonders. Anthony Ante. Ewalegwago Pramaso.
A very interesting game. Our University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Heart of Folk clearly came in with a mindset. Say. And was so much to try to all 3 points. Eventually, they did everything within their powers and obeyed to me at your 3 points. And scoring 3 goals, Emma, a year 11 Wonders, obeyed to me and Shebi, keeping a clean sheet. And once again, Wama Legon, Aya Fortress. It has ended Heart of Folk 3, 11 Wonders 0.
His team took advantage of the lapses, the weaknesses in the 11 Wonders team to get maximum points.
I'm sure there will be lots of exciting and merriment here. So 3 goals there for Hearts of Folk. The 10 goals or 10 shots there, Hearts were having 98 of them. To the short on target there, you see 5, but possession there, Hearts of Folk.
My name is Mutale Yakubu. This is TV3 and Onuya TV, and it's the Ghana Premier League. I have with me the head coach of Heart of Folk, Masood Didi Dramani. Coach, first of all, congratulations. How would you assess the performance of the boys, especially in the second half?
I think that it is good that at least we had our first 3-0 win in a game. But I think that we still need to be more clinical, and then we need to be more conventional, and then also making the right decisions in very key moments. For me, I'm more into the small details of the game, and so I wasn't a very too happy a person, because both structures in terms of our defensive phase, you know, there's clear identity of what we have to do when we don't have the ball, especially when we need to win the ball in higher positions. And so these key aspects are aspects that I don't take light to. I really emphasize on these aspects.
Of course. Now, how important was it to get that early goal in the 8 minutes? And when you are playing sides like 11 Wonders, who are all about the results because they are not good enough this season?
I think that I told you before that in the pre-match interview, that playing against such sides is very difficult in the sense that they have nothing to lose, and so they play, you know, with all the courage and then with all the enthusiasm and curiosity. But you are playing for something, and you need to play to a certain pattern, and so you need to make the right decisions in terms of positioning. Positioning for me is so key, both on and off the ball, and these are the clear indications of what we want to do. So sometimes it's difficult for my players to understand that I don't seem to be happy on certain aspects because they might think that it's okay, but I see it differently because I think we need to set the right standards.
Of course. Now, how you've closed the gap on league leaders Mediama to 5 points. How big is getting 3 points today going into the rest of the season?
I think that every game, you know, comes with its own approaches. You know, we approach every game differently because all the teams are not the same. Every team comes in with a different approach. This 11 Wonders team, if you underestimate what they bring about in terms of their team play, you'll be surprised because they play freely and with fluidity. They move the ball very, very well and get into very decisive moments of the pitch. And so their position should not deceive you. You know teams that are struggling, how they can play so well and how dangerous they can be. I think that it was very important that we won the game.
Of course, Coach, we wish you the very best for your next game. Coach Masoud Didi Dramani is the head coach of Hearts of Oak. Pleased with the scoreline, but not too pleased with the performance of the team. And he says that they will still need to improve in a lot of phases of the game. Today, they've won 3-0 against 11 Wonders. And shortly, I have been joined by the head coach of 11 Wonders, Emmanuel Edu. Now, Coach, I was in the stands and the fans were saying the same thing. 11 Wonders, so why are you not scoring?
That means you're ball, because the result is what matters most. You know, I think today I'm really disappointed in the boys because it's just that they don't listen. Yes, because you've watched our games, and in as much as we lose, we don't go down that much. Yeah, and I don't know why. You know.
Do you think that early goal Hearts of Oak scored actually destabilized the team?
Not really, because as you can see, after the first goal, we regrouped and we came out, you know, to the end of the first half, and even beginning of the second half, you know, we were still, you know, pressing, you know, trying to get an equalizer until, you know, that mistake came again. And then they had a second goal.
Of course, when a defeat like this come, it is difficult to find positives. But what are you taking from? What lessons are you taking from this one into match day 21?
Yeah, we need to, you know, go back to the drawing board, and, you know, since it's a marathon and we've not ended it yet, we need to keep on pushing. So I don't think this defeat will really have anything to do with, you know, our future preparation. We just going because we still have FA Cup and other things ahead. So
all right,
we're not going.
Coach, commiseration to you, but wish you the best going into your next game. That is the head coach of 11 Wonders, Emmanuel Edu. Not forgetting, that they started the season with Neo Dati Lamte before J. Sapon came in and he has taken over. They are rock bottom of the Ghana Premier League and he's not happy and he's very disappointed with the performance of the team. Now, one man who is happy because he has been voted the most valuable player in today's game. He came from Nations FC and he's doing the business for Hearts of Oak, Abdul Karim. Karim, and he what's up? Because the match they won against Hoho United, OJ man of the match, and they what's the man of the match. Personally, now, how do you feel?
First of all, medical as a demon yankopona. The player the Obia determination is a obobo game na. Game no kwawe na now you vote to player of the game. I think say any GM to make an say money age.
Of course. Now any GM no man for bebre cause Hearts of Oak bobo na so muntimi she goes. Problem na nkasa wa hwe free hin.
Yen nkasa kra na yen tie ho ase. because the way I see finishing with training ground now, you back match day now, yana no man kuyi na, ya ankasa na yenti ehun ase. But you beka say kakran no.
When you have 3 points, more closely Gabno on Mediema, how important is this game going into the rest of the season?
Oh, what's House of Folk there? Our tournament to be a ma. Untimi kasa House of Folk this second because House of Folk there say or tournament to be an I say one edgy. Until we know so a marathon echo. Until a fun match after match. To win our condemn boy pa negim the of course. The next week became sorry. And the winner by again I'll be catching a fans no. Mekacho mo say omunya abotre maye because the way aye yesi pay ho no enye saa bi kra na ye ne nya ye no nti ebesro mo say omunya ntobase man no mfa mpa ibonta echi.
Currently one of the best midfielders in the Ghana Premier League, Abdul Karim, plays for Heart to Folk and he's been voted the most valuable player. Duke would come back and join me so that we wrap up here at the Accra Sports Stadium. He was hoping for a lot of goals. He saw 3 goals in there. I mean, in the end, Heart to Folk, it was joy for them. It looked like 11 Wonders would mount a comeback, but it was never meant to be.
They could have actually scored more if they wanted. I mean, depending on how really. But this is actually quite good. I think Didi would go home today, sleep quite soundly, because this is the first time Hearts of Folk have scored 2 unanswered goals in a game since October. The last time was in Brekum, where they beat Brekum Chelsea 2-0 on the 19th of October. So this is very good for Hearts of Folk, and it's good for them because second half they played better. They created more chances. You saw the second goal quite untidy, but of course it ended up at the back of the net.
It's not really a happy man. He says that he's not satisfied with the performance, even though the scoreline if you didn't watch the game, you would think that Hearts of Folk blew them away.
If you look at the statistics and his own performance and how many goals he's been able to score, today is not the 1-goal project that we've seen. So if you're a team and your biggest if your Achilles heel is scoring goals and you haven't been able to score more than 2 in a very long while, and today you have 3, it should tell that something is working. What they have to do rather is to pick up the lessons that they can. I call it a confidence or a morale boosting performance today. Pick up the confidence from it, pick up the lessons, try and make your team sharper going into the next game against
Does this result further extinguish any hope of 11 Wonders staying in the league?
I think so. It will be very difficult for them to come back. 14 more games to go, but 20 games down the line, still languishing at the bottom. Today would be 32 goals conceded, 14 goals scored. It doesn't look like there's any way back for them. It will take a miracle.
Of course, Hearts of Folk back firmly in the title conversation, just 5 points between them and Mediema. In this instance, if you are part of the Hearts setup, what do you concentrate on? Is it your own performance improving, or you also look at the other teams?
Transitions, link-up play, sharp shooting. Those are the 3 things that Didi should be doing. Quicker transitions, because you wouldn't get... Not all the teams would give you the respite to be playing around with the ball and would tolerate sluggish transitioning. Some of the teams... You transition very slowly, 1, 2, 3 passes, they'll punish you. You won't have that luxury with all the teams. So they need to work on their transition, make it a lot more sharper, sharp-shootly, and then find a way of bettering their hold-up play in the final thing.
Just 20 seconds. Benjamin Asari, another clean sheet. Otuado currently watching and see what is number 1
He wasn't
doing.
troubled much.
Yeah.
He wasn't. If you want to assess him, there's not a game to assess him. He was in trouble.
So Benjamin Asari there on your screens there, keeping another clean sheet for Heart to Folk. He is currently the number 1 for the Black Stars, and Heart to Folk have gotten a big 3 points here against 11 Wonders. It is a positive result for them as they will look to go into match day 21 with a lot of confidence. This is where we call it a wrap with our coverage of the Ghana Premier League here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It has ended 3-0 in favor of Heart to Folk against 11 Wonders. My name is Mutalaya Kubu. I did this with the Duke Mensa. Tomorrow we'll be at the Babayara Sports Stadium because there's a big one at Sante Kotoko. After that, a draw against BBN Gold Stars are back home. This time they are playing Baseke Holy Stars. From us here, the APL crew, to you at home for doing the watching, we say thank you, and let's meet tomorrow at 3 p.m. for that big one. Bye for now.
Graduate education levels, recognizing the importance of preserving Ghana's natural environment and the health of its people, GMPC has funded the construction of over 700 borehole water systems, 86 sanitary facilities, and 30 AstroTurf pitches to enhance physical and sporting health. GMPC, powering dreams.
are changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. I'm in the valleys. Keep your head up high. Got to dream with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make me say, oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA.
Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? His screamers the stadium. Was like for the general, lifting up trophies. Stephen Odro was orchestrating.